it's what we have denigrated down to. We have a responsibility on this show as well, whether we reach one person or 10 million people. We don't deal in the bullshit. We don't put anything out there
Yeah.
that's going to harm anybody.
Done with
Did
it.
did we just talk about Hulk Hogan? Yes, but we talked about Hulk Hogan and all the factual things about what he did. We didn't make it up. We didn't throw it out
Yeah.
there as rumor. It's actually been fact and it's been out there. This is a guy who basically backs up. And ESPN is just as much to blame for this, too. Because ESPN hires this guy, they give him the platform, they put that notice at the beginning of the show that anything said here is a commentary by the individuals here. It does not necessarily reflect ESPN or Disney or whatever else. Bullshit. You give him the platform and you allow it, and you don't punish the guy. He ruins an 18-year-old girl's life. What are we
No, this is
thinking here? And the problem with it
no
is,
there.
Mike, there are going to be people who heard that, who heard his apology, and who hear you and I go off the rails here today, and they will say, "What's wrong with you guys? He was just kidding around. It wasn't a big deal. It didn't really bother anybody." No, it did. It ruined somebody's life.
Yeah.
She's going to live with that for the rest of her life now, with people believing that she slept with the father of her boyfriend because a jackass, not only him, but there's also a talk show host in St. Louis who also did the same thing, and Barstool Sports did the same thing. But I'll give Dave Portnoy some credit here, which I normally don't do. He at least came out and apologized for what they did. He took his own guys to task
Yeah.
on KFC Sports. Good for you, Dave. It's about time. ESPN didn't do it. They sat back on their fat, greedy asses and just let it ride in the hopes that it would go away. That's not how you do things in life.
Well, I think it's a larger the larger issue for me before we move on is that this is what happens when you monetize the manosphere. This is what happens when you believe that you need to get on the revenue stream of all these angry white disenfranchised males that think that the country's going to hell because they're getting replaced or they're not getting off their couches to get jobs or their degrees aren't working. And it's the lonely male epidemic out there that they've tried to monetize, and they have that. But the problem is the people who speak to them are not good people. These are
No.
bad people. These are bad people, and these people give you bad messages about women and men relationships, and they give you bad messages about how you interact with people on a civil level in a civil society, irrespective of whether you can't stand them or not.